Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. Today we will be drafting March of the Machine Premier Draft. We've had some real fun drafts here on the channel. Spoiler alerts for previous ones. For those of you who haven't seen, we've had some fun companions here. We've released our first format meta update for you all, so you should all have an idea where I think the format stands at the current moment, and we're just trucking along here with March of the Machine right in the middle of draft season. A little bit of housekeeping to take care of before we get into today's draft. If you find yourself watching today and enjoy the content and would like to give back to the channel, there's a link to the Daily Draft Patreon page in the description. Go ahead and join the Daily Draft Patreon for as little as $1 a month. You get access to the Daily Draft Discord server where you can join many like-minded individuals talking about Limited. You can also get early access to content with more reward tiers coming soon. And if donations monetarily is not your speed, if you find yourself watching this video and you're not yet subscribed and you enjoy it, just drop a subscription on here on the channel. It's totally free for you and it still supports the channel and the channel's growth. So thanks so much for your consideration, and I will see you in Pack 1 Pick 1. Okay, here we are, and unfortunately, no companion today. I had a lot of fun on Monday, but here we are, and it's kind of an underwhelming pack. Ghalta Maverick is really, really good, obviously, but it's 7 mana, 12/12. I mean, I wonder if it's worth taking this early over something like Harried Artisan or Realmbreaker's Grasp. I'm not, like I mentioned in our first format meta update, if you haven't seen that video, go ahead and check it out on the channel. I think it released this past Saturday. I'm not super high on Skittering Surveyor in this format. This could lead to some multicolor nonsense, and that's not a deck we've really drafted yet here on the channel. So it's possible I could just take Surveyor here and see where to go. Realmbreaker's Grasp is also fine, and probably the correct pick here. I don't think Ghalta Maverick wheels. I'm not super high on this card. It's good. It's not like super premium though, and it's just really, really hard to commit to this in pack 1. So that's a tough one, and instantly rewarded with the Seal of Existence. So, although we could have taken Botanical Brawler and been off to the green-white path, but Botanical Brawler and Ghalta Maverick kind of go in different decks, which is strange. But we'll go ahead and take a Seal from Existence here. Have 2 white removal spells to start, and we'll see what comes our way. Okay, now we have to kind of make a decision here. I don't think Quende is particularly great. Phyrexian Awakening is good in black-white, but not much in anything else. Host Sanctifier, fine in black-white, but not outstanding. Skywarden, fine in certain black-white decks. And everything else is not great. Like, Dreadship is fine. I'm just not a huge fan of Quende. I mean, if we knew we would get into blue-white Knights in this deck, I'd probably take Quende. But I've really liked Phyrexian Awakening here. Got 2 removal spells already, and we can end up with Awakening. The last time I found myself going into white, kind of white-black for a Phyrexian Awakening, it didn't go particularly well. You kind of need the rares and mythics to really make this deck work. But again, I just don't think Quende is strong enough to pull me away from it for now. So this is one of the cards that will kind of push me towards a white Phyrexian deck. Phyrexian Censor is very good. Other notable cards, Temporal Cleansing, there's another Skittering Surveyor, Invasion of Muraganda is fine, Sandstalker Moloch is good, but we'll go ahead and take Phyrexian Censor here and see if we find our way into kind of a, well, as I say that, there are literal no black cards in this pack, which is kind of worrying. I don't care about Billy Rider or Sunblessed Guardian, really. Emoti, probably not for this deck. If we go green-white, these cards, Censor and Awakening aren't their best in green-white. We could take a cut short just to stay white and potentially be a little bit more of a grindy deck with 2 removal spells already. The cut short's good if you're defensive. It's not very good if you're offensive, but I'm not sure how offensive we're going to be yet. So I'll go ahead and take the cut short. I'm not super happy about it, but it's fine. Interesting. Okay, so Infected Defector is fine, but I think I'm going to take Tangled Skyline, which I think is a better 5-drop than the Defector here. This is a reason to get into green-white Phyrexians. Potentially. Maybe we can think about splashing it as well if we do end up black-white. Cosmic Hunger, not bad with a 5/5 and a 4/4 already. But I'll take Skyline as my first green card here. I don't think Galton Mavern is wheeling, but if it did, then we are in the right deck. So we'll see. Tranquil Cove for a blue splash. Bond Warden, Dune Shaper. I guess War Historian is the best card here. There is Consuming Etherborn, but that's not even good in black-white Phyrexians. I don't know how much I'm going to even want to play this card. We've kind of already established that black is not open. So we're going to have to pivot off of black-white here. So I'll take the War Historian. Aerial Boost and Infected Defector. Copper Host Crusher, just too expensive. Although if we are kind of this late game, kind of grindy removal spell deck, maybe that's good enough, but it's between Defector and Aerial Boost here, and I think these random 5-drops, I mean, if this was the only card in this pack, I'd probably take it, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Aerial Boost here. Having a copy of this seems fine. So here's our first pack, and obviously Galton Mavern's gone, Skittering Surveyor's gone. Harried Artisan still being here is a little interesting. I don't want to main deck an Atraxas Fall and Halo Hopper, maybe. Guess I'll just go ahead and take the Harried Artisan. Okay, there's the Dune Shaper, which I don't think is great. There's a Furnace Host Charger, which I also don't think is outstanding. There's no green. Don't know exactly which to take here. I guess I'll take the Charger. Well, we know we're white pretty clearly, I think, so I guess we'll go ahead and take the white 2-drop. Halo Hopper, whatever. Don't really care about either of these. Don't care about that card. And last pick Zada, and we already have an Aerial Boost. Interesting. Okay, well there are some busted cards in this pack. Kroxa is great. Preening Champion is outstanding. Rona is outstanding. Volcanic Spite is very good. Elspeth's Smite is very good. And I don't know what to take here. I think I'm actually leaning red-white now that we have Zada and an Aerial Boost. But that means we're going to have to get our curve pretty darn low. Probably not play the Censor, which means the Spite or the Smite is pretty good for us. We could take the Champion, but then we're getting rid of some of this stuff. I mean, it's a very, very good card. Rona's probably even better than that, though, but this is really, really tough. It's a really good pack. I think I'm taking Volcanic Spite, but that's a tough one. Okay. Not at all rewarded here because Thrashing Frontliner is the only red card. Don't care about that. There's another Phyrexian Awakening. There's an Invasion of Lorwyn. Blossoming Sands to shore up the Tangled Skyline splash. I don't know exactly what we're doing here. There's a Sigiled Sentinel to lean toward the Zada Aerial Boost game. I think I'm just going to take another Awakening. Okay, we're getting rewarded with some white cards. There's Thalia, Seal from Existence. 7 creatures and 16 cards. So Thalia isn't great for us right now. This is a tough one. Thalia and Seal from Existence. I hope to wheel the Sanctifier here. It's got to be Thalia, right? This card's very good. I think it's still Thalia. So we're not black. I don't care about Aeronaut. I probably don't care about another Cut Short, but it's either that or like War Historian or Placid Rottentail. This is a very underwhelming pack. I guess I'll just take a second cut short here. Rayav, enchanted or equipped? No. You don't quite do it in this format. There is a Dreadship and a Furnace Gremlin. There's a Sanctifier. Kind of regretting the Thalia pick. We're not really... I don't really know what this deck is trying to do. We have to figure it out if we're being like red-white aggro or like green-white control. I guess I'm taking Surge. I mean, I know I'm white. It's a late Halo Forager. Someone's going to be excited. Yeah, Thalia's not looking great in our deck, but... Well, there's no green. This is an unfocused deck at the moment. I kind of need something to push me in a direction here. We really just don't have powerful cards. I don't think we have any rares. I guess Thalia is the only rare in the deck right now. Invasion of Belanon. I'm higher on this card than some. It's our first battle, so I guess we'll take it here. Like, right now we have 5 enchantments and 8 instants and sorceries. So Thalia is like taxing 13 cards on our deck. And we passed on a removal spell to take her. Guess we're taking Bola Slinger here. One of the only cards we could really play. The only red card wheeled, so it's also an ancient. This could help us splash, but like we don't, maybe we just splash the Skyline? Guess we'll take the ancient here. Well, Core Halberd, sure. So red-white is open, but, I mean, now with a halberd, I guess Rayav could be playable. I think red-white is probably better here. We're just, some of these cards are not good in red-white. Like, the Censor's probably not good. Defector's not good. Both of the Awakenings aren't great. Cut Shorts aren't great. Okay, so Rotten Tail, the only green card, so we're not taking that. Grasp and Halberd and Sunblessed Guardian. And then don't care about this, and there's a Fearless Scald as well. So if we are red-white, then the deck looks something like this right now. Maybe we have that splash. I guess we're taking another Grasp. Polukranos. I don't think Polukranos is happening. There's another Invasion of Belanon. There's a Knight of the New Coalition and an Alabaster Host Intercessor. Guess I'll take my first Plains Cycler here. Maybe we wheel one of these 3 cards, potentially. Not thrilled with where we're at. Okay, we gotta stoke the flame, so that's not bad. So maybe Bola Slinger, Cavalier, or Prankster Comeback currently have literal 0 knights. Okay. That's awkward. But definitely taking Stoke the Flames. We have all of the removal spells here. Coming in hot. Again, we already have one copy of it with Zada. And we also have a copy of Aerial Boost with Zada. That's kind of the winning combo. We only have 9 creatures in our red-white aggro deck, so I'm just not thrilled with where we're at here. I mean, I don't really want to play any of these cards, to be honest. Currently have 3 2-drops. How much backup do we have? Bola Slinger. That's it? Heel Slasher, I guess? Yeah, that's fine. Billy Rider, Invasion of Kylem. I have not yet tested this card out. I don't know if it's good. I can try it. I think it's better than a Billy Rider. Heel Slasher, Knight of the New Coalition. Yeah, this is a weird draft here. I guess with Mirror Shield Hoplite, a Heel Slasher's better than a Knight. But I don't know if I'm playing 2. Fearless Scald on the wheel. Same with Core Halberd. We're in the right colors. We know red-white is open here. Core Halberd is good with Rayav. But I think Fearless Scald's also going to be pretty good. This is a 2-drop, and we have 2 battles right now. I think I'm just taking the Prankster. We have a lot of removal. Second coming in hot. I think I'll just take a second 2-drop here. We have a way to splash the card, but this doesn't seem like a good splash. I don't think I'm playing this card either. Alright. Yeah, definitely a strange draft that we didn't quite get there on. We just don't have the power with this deck, unfortunately. We have a good amount of removal, and I don't think our curve is great either, so it's going to be a strange deck build to say the least. So, creatures I'm not a huge fan of. I mean, we need a good number of creatures. Non-creatures I'm not a huge fan of. Everything else is okay, but like, they all care about us having creatures on the field. We currently don't have mana sinks, and we have 2 cyclers here. These are just not great, right? I mean, we're down to 14 creatures. If we cut the other one, we go to 13, and then cut this, go to 12. Like, the Thalia, again, is like wrecking our non-creature spells. This is kind of like a creature. I guess 1 Surge is probably okay. Again, this frontliner, we have 2 battles. It's probably better than the Prankster, right? And then I'm looking at like a Heel Slasher maybe. We're not completely building around this Hoplite. I think the Halberd is fine. Coming in hot, maybe. We're not also completely building around the Zada. The Zada plus Aerial Boost is just a combo that can win a game. but we're not like building around it so much. So yeah, not super happy with this deck. I don't think I've seen much successful red-white decks here, but again, as I say, burning my gems so you don't have to. So we'll see if red-white has the tools what it needs to succeed if you don't have any rares, which my guess is no, but we'll see. See you there. See you in game 1. All right, opponent goes first. We have a 2-drop and a 3-drop. So I guess we're keeping it. And a 1-drop. 3/3 lifelinker potentially could be good. Except they just drew the creature that can tussle with it, so it's unfortunate. The natural Sultai. Alright, well, I'm sure they have removal here, but we'll see. Or bounce, maybe? No? Okay, well, it worked. Land Cycler, maybe? Am I just guessing around? That's strange. I suppose they're just trying to get a 4/4 here. Okay, well we get to flip our battle, so that's nice. So we'll go here and here. Still have aerial boost up if I need it. We've had a nice curve. And Modi. Uh-oh. Was it just a Rotten Tail? Alright, well, we got away with one there. So I can use Aerial Boost to eat that, but I don't think I want to do that particularly. I think I'm just going to go ahead and buff up our Sanctifier here and be a 10/10 double striking lifelinker. Wait, I can get them for 14 right now? That's probably not worth it. As good as that is, 4 is not 0, so... That's right, the first strike only is what gains us life there, so... If they're going to have removal for this, it's going to be like Deadly Derision or something, so Aerial Boost will not save it. Aw. That's annoying. Lots going on here. +1/+1 in Vigilance. I think I'm putting that here. They are not showing that they have any sort of interaction right now, so And then we just swing out. 6 vigilance, so I can hit them for 12 in the air right now. Again, 12 is not 0. Well, this, if I convoke that, hit them for 12, tap that down, they block. This, they go to 2. So again, 2 isn't 0. So we'll just put them in a real bad spot here. Surely making them chump. Currently have lethal on board because we can boost this and tap that down. So let's see if they have an answer. I don't think that will be an answer. There we go. Looks like we got it. Go ahead and just pay the mana. Get on in there and tap that down. And that should do it. Okay, well, we had just about the best curve our deck could have possibly had there, so let's see if we can keep getting lucky like that. Well, we'll be on the draw again, but we got a 1, 2, 3, 4 curve here, so we shall keep it. Blue-black, Tetsuko. We'll see if we need to use Seal from Existence or not. And if we don't, we can just play Frontliner and equip. I don't think we need to right now. We'll let them use the mana on that. Because we have multiple ways to remove it here. This will get rid of it permanently if we want to, and Spite can kill it as well. But hopefully we draw Bolas Slinger so we can get the double backup with the Hoplite. That's the goal, but we need to draw land for that. Did I say hopefully we draw Bolas Slinger? Hopefully we draw a land so we can play Bolas Slinger. Expedition Lookout, okay. And leaving up mana to activate that. Well, we drew the Bolas Slinger, or drew the land, so now the question is if we back up. We can back this up and then also back that up, but this still only trades for just the 3/3 here. So if I back up here and back up here twice, it's a 4/4. I tap that down, they've double block, I trade for the 3/3. If I back up here twice, it's a 5/5. They can't trade. I mean, again, we have double removal spell here, so I'm kind of banking on them not having removal right now. Oh, that's busted. I didn't even realize. Okay, well that is a mistake. I had no idea it gave 2 instances of it. Alright, well that's pretty darn good. Looks like they've got the removal anyway. Oh, a Forest Dispersal. That's why that card is so good, guys. It basically just won them the game right here. I mean, I don't think we can come back from that. That was stupid good. And then they get to dump our hand, too. Creature or battle, so they're getting rid of one of these two here. Yep. Alright. It's been rough. Can still hit him for 5, but gosh, a Forest Dispersal is just so efficient. I guess we're not completely dead yet. I mean, but we need to close this out here very soon. Any more removal from them and we're pretty close. Ayara. Incubate 2. And pass. Pretty good draw. We don't quite have outstanding attacks, and probably just flipping that, holding up Volcanic Spite here. So if I equip this, it changes the clock to 3 turns instead of 4 turns. But they can always gain some life here. And I think I'd prefer to hold up Volcanic Spite as long as they can transform that. Probably spiting Ayara at the end of the turn here. Okay. They're going to start getting aggro too. They overextend too much. I don't think we want to, like, these are both good for us, so I don't think we're doing that. Let's start here. See what their responses are. So if I aerial boost right now, they take 8. I don't think they have an answer. So I can boost up the Bola Slinger, because they're going to double block here, or I can boost to kill both of these creatures and still have the Slinger back. I think that plan is better, because they're still taking 5. And we have all of our creatures and still a way to put something, tap something down if we draw a land, another removal spell here. So I think this is better rather than just putting them to 1. We have lethal on board with the Core Halberd moving over to the Skyflayer, so okay, I think that's still okay. Now we'll draw the land that we would have needed for that, so. Alright, well, I guess we're going for it. Looks like we got it. Okay. Oof, played my way out of that one after that really, really tough turn with the Forest Dispersal, but we still had the power to get through it. Alright, on the draw for the 3rd game in a row, and I guess we're relying on removal here. Which isn't always the greatest plan, but mulliganing sucks for those of you that don't know. Blue-green, Wary Thespian. Probably just Realm Breakers grasping that. Kami of Whispered Hopes. Activated abilities can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. Well, unfortunately, that's a mana ability, so I think I would like to kill it. Invasion of Kylem doing effectively nothing here. Chomping Kavu. I love lands. Let's see what the follow-up is here. The follow-up is effectively killing us. So whenever this attacks, put a +1/+1. Oh, this and at least one other attack. Okay. Well. Double 5/5s. We are not looking great. So we can grasp there this 5/5. This is just going to kill one of these next turn. Or probably going to kill this. Or just one of these. This allows us to have attacks right now, but how good are attacks right now? Next turn we have the Host Intercessor to deal with this. Okay. And then we do this, and I think I would like to back this one up so it's out of range of this. Now both of these are going to turn into 4/3s. Maybe they trade with Chomping Kavu. Looks like they do. And then maybe they flip this one to kill this one. But then we're okay, because we have this to deal with their 5/5. So I think if that happens, I think we're fine. For a moment. Well, unfortunately for you, that's not going to work out. So now we don't have to use the intercessor here, because they kind of punted a little bit. We trade 6 for 3. I think that's a trade I'm willing to make. Tidal Terror. I think that's going to have to get intercessored. Okay. And they just scooped. We didn't have it, but they scooped. Wow. Okay, well, I think that punt from them probably lost them that game, but it was kind of close from there. So, still a good win. Alright, going second for the 4th time in a row with a highly, highly mediocre hand here. But it worked out last time, so what's to say it won't work out this time? Well, a 1-drop is what is to say it won't work out this time. Alright, well, no plays, but unfortunately for us, we also have no plays. Again, Invasion of Kylem, not quite working out like you want it to. Really want to have another creature down before the Bola Slinger so we can get an immediate attack in, but we're just drawing half the lands in our deck already, so. Here comes their own Volcanic Spite, since this is our first threat of the entire game. That I'm sure they have a removal spell for. Oh. Urabrask. Well. We can threaten to flip the invasion right now. At the expense of not using our grasp. Now this is risky because I don't know if this is a race we win. But we can still grasp this next turn. This is basically just a 4-mana 4/4 first strike in their deck, which is good. But I don't think they're going to be flipping it. If they can kill the Bola Slinger, which they can, then I think that will effectively kill us. Because now we're just going to be top decking 2 drops. Or more lands, because who doesn't love that? We found half of the lands in our top 13 cards here, so 27 cards contain the other half of them. Oh, 4/4 haste. Okay, that'll probably just kill us, I think. Because now, even if we top deck a land or a removal spell, they still have a 3/1. But no, we'll find our 9th land in our 14 cards here. So I mean, we're doing well. We're doing well when we can like have cards to play with. But when you just are given that, you can't win a game. All right, we'll go on the draw for the 5th time in a row with our, again, very mediocre hand here, but we do have 2 removal spells, so I suppose it's a keep. Dreg Recycler. I don't think I'm grasping that. Pretty good against a red-black deck, but we do kind of need creatures first. Ha, joke's on you. I don't care about any of the cards in my hand. Unfortunately, we have the Zada Aerial Boost combo, but not another card in the deck, or not another creature on the battlefield. So this is what I kind of thought this deck would play out like this here, where we just don't really have anything. So completed Huntmaster. All right, well, guess we play a card that can hold their whole board back, but then they just go ahead and Volcanic Spite it, and we probably just cry. Close enough. There was an argument for holding that back so we can hold up Surge of Salvation there. But, I don't know. I mean, this whole game is not going great. We have the tools to win this matchup very easily, but the deck has not quite cooperated. Maybe it was a mulligan. I mean, maybe I should have mulliganed the hand. It's very possible. All I gotta do is sacrifice the Ichor Drinker here, and they probably have too much value that we can't overcome. Oh, a double striker. Yeah. Well, I suppose I have to try to eat it. With the grasp here, I think. Or with the aerial boost. I mean, I can't just take... Was this going to be a 4/6? So they're just going to trade? I could also just block, prevent 6 damage with Surge of Salvation. Feels bad, but I mean, we're just trying to survive. Play Rayav, play Grasp, hold up Aerial Boost, I suppose. That's about all we can do here. Again, our deck lines up really well against this matchup. We just didn't have a play till Bola Slinger, or till Zada. They just immediately killed it and then ran away. So again, very likely could have been a mulligan, but you never know. I think they've got the grind to put us away here very soon. Because our top decks aren't great. Yeah, I mean, I guess this has to die. I mean, we're going to have to deal with this drag recycler too, but again, I really don't think it matters what we do here. They're at 26, we're at 4, and they have lethal in 4 turns. Actually, I think they have lethal next turn. Yeah, block, block. So we have to block both or we die. Go to 3. Go to 2. Draw a land and then die. Activated abilities can't be activated. Doesn't matter what we do. Okay. Alright, so maybe I just need to be a little bit more concerned with mulliganing on our 6th consecutive game going on the draw here, but I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so in our 6th consecutive game going on the draw, we do have a 2-drop. And again, this is what caused us to win the first game, this curve here of Host Intercessor uncontested. So okay, blue-red. If I play this, they kill it, and we have nothing until that, which is not good. I'm just going to pass. I'm going to play it safe. If it was just Moment of Truth, it was just Moment of Truth. But if it's also Volcanic Spite, I want this to survive here. So, considering how few creatures we actually have, I need them to, like, oh, I don't know, survive. This has the ability to get out of hand here, so I'm going to be mana efficient and get rid of it. And the next turn we can Sanctifier, equip, and still hold up Surge. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Now we're playing in a curve that allows us to kind of hold up Surge for as long as they have removal here. I think I will actually protect it here because this has Vigilance and Hexproof here now. So now we try to just kind of get our life total buffed to a point where they might struggle. Although if they have Stoke the Flames or something, then that won't be good. Another reinforcements, yeah. Invasion of Kylem. They have something. Let's see if it's the stun counters, the double stun counters. That's what I'm expecting here. I don't think I want to trade this for all four, not to mention they do have something here, so... I suppose I just play Zada and we'll see what their card is. Is refusal, okay. That's not the end of the world. Okay. Probably need to grasp this. Oh. Oh. That's probably the end of the game. That was a beating there, man. So this is flipping no matter what. Gotta hope we fade some top decks from them, I suppose. Because if they draw a card here, and they cast a spell, they get to tap the knight for another knight. And they did. So, good for you. And I think we are just about done here. Unfortunately. Probably Realmbreaker's grasping their Saboteurs next turn, but I'm sure they drew 2 spells here so they can get another knight. No? Alright. And the counter spell. Okay. And I'm not quite sure what to do here. We don't really have good block or good attacks right now. We can trade the Scald for 2/2/2s, which is not great. We can trade this for the Lookout, which is not great. I feel like I have to put the Halberd over here to have a chance to have an attack. Okay. Alright, well they're just chumping, so we're whittling away at their board somehow. But again, I like their prospect of top decking better than ours, I think. Alright, well, I mean, they have something in hand, they're just... What are they doing here? Okay, okay. So they do get to eat our Heal Slasher. Oh, they just have nothing right now? Should we go for face then? While we can? I think we just go face. If they, like, literally have nothing. What did they draw? Okay, so here's the thing. If they survive, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If they survive, they have to kill this. So what I'm going to do is just move this to make something else a threat. Because no matter what, if they want to survive, they're going to have to kill this card. So I'm going to make them deal with this. And then... that should allow us to aerial boost for the win, right? 9, 10, 11. So unless they have something here, which they didn't last time. And they don't. All right. I think they blew that one somehow. They had that one in the bag by a lot. They just chumped like 8 times, which never made sense. But you know what? I'll take it. Okay, our aggro deck will go on the draw for the 7th straight time. And at least we have a 2-drop now. So I guess we can keep this one. And then Intercessor can cycle to find a land if we do happen to miss one. Although I prefer not to now with this curve. I just like to hit land straight from here. No, not another 4-drop. So the question is, do I cycle? Do I play my 2? I think I actually cycle here. I really have to make sure I hit my land drops. Now they have a 3/3 vigilance, so do I seal from existence or just play my 2/4 or 2/3? I think I'll play my 2/3. Next turn we can play Bullet Slinger, back this up, tap down this thing, depending on what their follow-up is here. They're either mono white or color screwed. Okay, so we have some removal, so we can race for a little bit, and then potentially they're gonna hit us for 6 next turn though, go down to 10. So the question becomes, do I just like grasp this and play Rayav? If I play Bolus Slinger, back this up, attack, tap that down, they take 3. I still have a 2/2, they hit me back for 6. Next turn we double removal spell, and then we have a Bolus Slinger on the battlefield as well. Maybe not double removal spell, but at least remove something. Or do I want to preserve my life total now while they're color screwed? You know, I think I actually just need to preserve my total right now, because there's no guarantee they have anything else left in hand. Like, they could just have green cards or something, or black cards or whatever. Alright, well, that was a good draw for them, probably. Let's see what they find. My guess is either red or green. Black, alright. Okay. I think I'll Bola Slinger and I will let them hit me back here, hoping against haste. They're going to hit me for 3, but again, we still have another removal spell if we want it, plus 2 creatures here, so... Alright, they found a green as well. Play a Wary Thespian. It's pretty good against our board, but that's their only play. Okay. That's fine, I think. Okay, hit me for 3. We probably seal plus Thalia, seal away their Bowler Slinger, and then try to race here. Core Halberd, though. Oof. So what you're telling me is I seal plus Core Halberd now. That has to be the play. Alright, so now we just equip here and then swing for a whole butt ton. Alright. Now they are at 3. Please no Sunfall. 1 time. That's fine. That's also okay, because we just transform this and win now, right? Yeah, because they have a land in hand, so we win. Nothing has a reach, right? Nope. I guess I can pay everything, and then that just turns into a 4/5, and we swing in and get double strike for, you know, 8 more, and that'll work. Alright. 5-2. Let's keep the run going. Well, good news and bad news. Good news is we go first. Bad news is we ruin our streak. I was hoping for 8. 8 would have been crazy, to say the least. I'm not sure I've ever had 8 in a row going either first or second. Alright, well, go ahead and play Rayav here and then have the combo, turn 3-3 double strike. Let's see if he survives. Really hope he does. Okay. Means they didn't have Volcanic Spite in hand, otherwise they would have just used that. Obviously not blocking here. I don't know what their plan is. But I fully expect this to now die here at some point. Now that they made that attack, that was kind of strange. Yeah, this will definitely die. I guess we'll just play Zada. And then Scald next turn 4-4 double strike, I suppose. Yeah. Could play Sanctifier Equip, but let's just go ahead and play Zada here. Well, that's pretty busted. Sure. Prankster looking real good right now. I'm actually going to go ahead and play this. Sacrifices an artifact or creature, so we could sacrifice the halberd once they flip this. What does this turn into? 2-1 menace, put a 1-1 counter. It's not the end of the world. If they flip, I think I'm trading, because we get the value out of not having to sacrifice a creature anymore. Oh no, we had to sacrifice an artifact. I'd forgotten about that, so that wasn't the greatest. But now we're out of gas and they've got 3 cards in hand in a battle, so this will be tough. Have to make sure we top deck our way out of it, but who knows. Because we can't get super aggressive either, because they've got a battle here, so just, do I care about the backside here, or would I rather just hit him for 8? Alright, well, can we outrace them? Let's try this. See if they'll let us flip it here. Oh, they're just gonna chump just to make sure we don't flip it. I like that a lot. Potentially because they have removal for the Scald as well? If they had Deadly Derision or Volcanic Spite, they would have just used it, so that's not it. Instead, it is an absolutely busted top deck in Rampaging Raptor, because they get to hit us for 4, and they get to flip their battle. So, it's pretty good. Can't do anything about that. I think I need to try to outrace them. Maybe this thing just trades for their 2-1, but I would like to try to just hit them for 8 in the face at this point. Actually, you know what? I'm just going face. With this thing on the battlefield, I think we need to try to win here. Okay, they take 8. As soon as they deal with this, I think we are out of luck. That is a haster. They have another final flourish. Nothing. But still an instant in hand. Oh, it could just be this. Can't attack here. So, guess we just go here and see what they got. They're gonna trade their whole board for it? Oh. Yeah, that'll do it. Well, lost to a combat trick there, so. But hey, I mean, the deck had a good run. I mean, 5 and 3, I did not think we had a 5 and 3 in this deck at all. But, I mean, I'll take it. I think we played pretty clean today, honestly. Pretty exciting. Yeah, it makes sense. As far as how well we played, again, going on the draw for 7 straight games in our aggro deck here. And one of the first games we lost was because we had 9 lands in our top 13 cards. So, looks like this one will do it here. Yeah, I mean, that still doesn't really save us at all. It's a fine card, but not really good enough here. Yeah, the Bladed Battle Fan, man. That was a brutal draw off the top. I mean, we had a good... So yeah, 3, 5, take 5 here, I guess. Take 6, potentially. I mean, I don't know what we can draw that'll let us survive here. Even a removal spell means we're dead. They draw another card. And the 2/2 Vigi won't do it. So 5 and 3. Couple of brutal losses there. 7 games on the draw. I'll take it. I mean, again, the deck didn't seem very good, but I think I played it relatively well. I learned a little bit more about the format with this. I mean, I was not very high on Bolaslinger, but boy, in decks like this is this good. Zada, I mean, it has the area boost combo, but again, we've only got, like, not a ton of creatures in this deck right now, so wasn't great. Invasion of Kylan wasn't bad. And then never saw the Furnace Toast Charger. There we go. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. So, okay, fine. I'll put something in. We're done. Doesn't really matter. So, yeah, thanks so much for sticking around to the end of this video, and I will see you next time for your daily draft.